Bitcoin holders, buckle up. The financial world just got rocked. We've got the Fed minutes sending shockwaves through Wall Street. Jerome Powell set to speak Friday with the power move that can move trillions. And get this, Warren Buffett, the so-called Oracle of Omaha, has officially announced that he's stepping down at the end of 2025. This isn't just news. This is the kind of shift that rewrites the playbook for markets, for Bitcoin, and for every single investor watching right now. The old guard is fading. The new world of money is here. The only question is, are you ready for it? What's up, family? It's Coach Massey, and you're locked into the Daily Hodl. Today, we're unpacking three massive stories that every Bitcoin holder needs to pay attention to. The first one, the Fed minutes and what they reveal about the economy. The second one, Jerome Powell's upcoming speech this Friday in Jackson Hole, and the three things you must watch for. And number three, the breaking bombshell, Warren Buffett stepping down at the end of 2025, and what that means for Bitcoin and the financial system as we know it. You see, this is going to be packed with value, so smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this with anyone who loves Bitcoin and financial news as much as you do. Okay, let's get it going. The Fed minutes just dropped, and here's what you need to know, okay? The markets are tense. Inflation is still sticky, growth is slowing, and the Fed is trying to thread the needle without sending us into what? A hard recession. The minutes reveal that policymakers are deeply divided. Some are pushing for more tightening to control inflation. Others are terrified of breaking the labor market. So why does this matter for Bitcoin? Because uncertainty is fuel for volatility. When the Fed can't go or give clarity, investors start looking for assets outside the traditional system. Gold gets attention, but increasingly, Bitcoin is the go-to hedge. Every time the Fed signals weakness, Bitcoin's role as an alternative store of value becomes more obvious. And let's be real, the Fed has been papering over problems for decades with their money printer. Bitcoin was literally built for this moment right now. Now let's talk about the big one. Jerome Powell's upcoming speech this Friday. This is a big deal because every time Powell opens his mouth, markets swing. So what do you need to know? What do you need to watch for? What do you need to listen for? Three things. One, language around inflation. If he uses words like persistent or elevated, that's code for more hawkish moves ahead. Markets hate it, but Bitcoin often thrives when people lose faith in central banks. Number two, the Fed's stance on growth. If Powell hints that growth is weakening more than expected, you'll see equities panic. Investors will flee risk, but long term, it drives attention back to my favorite hard asset, Bitcoin. And number three, the signals about rate cuts. Everyone wants to know, are cuts coming late this year or early next year? I'm hoping next month in September. If Powell delays cuts again, Wall Street will throw a tantrum. But Bitcoin, it doesn't wait for Fed. It keeps running on math, not politics. So here's the big picture. Powell's words on Friday won't just move the stock market, but they'll ripple into Bitcoin. And the more Powell looks out of touch, the stronger Bitcoin's narrative gets. So you need to look at this shocker. Warren Buffett has officially announced he'll step down at the end of 2025. If you didn't know, Buffett is 94 years old. For decades, he's been called the greatest investor of all time. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, has shaped entire industries. But let's not forget, Buffett has been one of Bitcoin's biggest critics. He once called it rat poison squared. So why is his stepping down so important? Because it marks the end of an era. Buffett represents the old guard, the world of banks, insurance, railroads, Coca-Cola stock. The next generation of investors isn't looking at railroads. They're looking at Bitcoin, blockchain, and digital assets. I have respect for Warren, but this is the truth. Buffett's exit symbolizes a massive transfer of wealth and influence. His successors may not carry the same disdain for Bitcoin. In fact, as institutional adoption grows, the new wave of leadership is far more open to digital assets. This is the pivot point in history. The man who mocked Bitcoin is passing the torch, and the timing couldn't be more poetic. Because as Buffett bows out, Bitcoin's narrative as the digital store of value is only accelerating. So let's zoom out. What does this mean to hold Bitcoin in times like this? Well, it means you're opting out of the games that the Fed are playing. You're opting out of the noise of Wall Street and you're saying, I want an asset that no central banker can print, no government can debase, and no billionaire can manipulate long term. That's why I love Bitcoin. So holding Bitcoin is a conviction play. It's not about the next speech Powell gives or the next earnings report. It's about believing in the system that's built on transparency, scarcity, and freedom. The Fed minutes, just noise. Powell's speech, more noise. Buffett stepping down, symbolic, but also noise. At the end of the day, the signal is this: Bitcoin keeps running on math, blocks, and time. That's why hodlers hold. Family, we're living through one of the most fascinating financial moments in history. The Fed is cornered. Powell's words can swing markets overnight. The most famous investor in the world is stepping down, and through it all, Bitcoin remains the constant. Too late, Jerome Powell. It's time to cut, as some people might call him. Now, here's what I want to know from you. Do you think Buffett's exit marks the true beginning of a new financial era? And will Powell's speech this Friday push Bitcoin higher or lower in the short term? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing from this community. And remember, this is not financial advice. It's for educational and informational purposes only. Do your own research before making any investments, because those are your personal decisions, not mine. If you got value from today's Daily Hodl, smash that like button again, hit subscribe, and share this with someone who loves Bitcoin and financial news as much as you do. That's your Daily Hodl. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and as always, lead, pray, hodl. I'll see you in the next one.